Problem number 12, we have a lot of labeling for a lot of planes. I'll start in my front view. I'll label plane A, AA, and AAA. Moving to my right side, go to my B's, and I have to go back to my front, rotate up to the top, and identify the planes that are most or best visible looking down from the top. I'm ready to build. I'll start in my lower left-hand corner for my front view. Mark a dot. Then carefully count my blocks up and over. I always mark the dots first because it's easy to make mistakes, but when they're just dots, they're much, much easier to correct. And this gives me the opportunity to see if I'm doing something right or not. So in this case, I look and I see that's 3 blocks on the base. That's what I want. Here, there's 2 blocks, which I want, but here I extended another 2 blocks. Not what I want. Instead, I want to stop here and make this just a single block. So with only small dots that I've drawn, it's very easy for me to correct those mistakes. Now, as long as I'm careful when I draw it in, I shouldn't have any problems. This tiered system can be tricky because of all of the lines that you have to draw. So just take your time and try and visualize what it's going to look like before you draw it, and then double check it after. We'll rotate to our right side view. So we'll come over a block and put a dot. That will be this point right here. Now this one, they're going to kind of fade away. We're going to have our base, but then we're going to step over and up and step over and up again. So let's take a look at that. I'm doing this one a little bit different if you haven't noticed. So I have my overall shape. But it's important I also put in those lines because those are different planes that we're looking at there. So I check my blocking, make sure everything's lined up correctly, and I can now rotate to my top view. So I'll rotate back to the front. One block, put a dot. Now as I look for my isometric view, I'll go down to the left. I'll have that dot, and I'll have my, in this case I'm going to do my overall width and height because there's a lot of blocking that I could get tripped up on. I know the width of my front view is going to be the same as the width of my top view. I can count my blocks tall to figure out how many it's supposed to be. And then from there I can count out my individual blocks. Let's get started. Here we are.